Hello, thanks for tuning in for another episode of Get to the Chopper. The man beside me needs no introduction, James Tamou. Mate, pleasure having you on the show. But after we got Terry last week and the big signing this week, we've basically used all the appearance fee money for the rest of the season. 300 NRL games, a great career, probably the best JT to do it, they reckon. Why aren't you putting your feet up on the weekend now? How were we lucky to sort of get you back here?
Mate, after discussion, so obviously last year was my last year in the NRL at the Cowboys, and it was luge with injury and didn't get to really play too much footy, but that kind of took the decision out of my hands, and I thought, you know what, that's it, that's enough, you've had a good run, time to put the feet up. But as I got stronger and fitter and started training again, I thought maybe there's still a little something there. And I knew my body wouldn't allow me to go at the first grade level. So having that step down allows me to, keep playing. My kids enjoy me playing and they love watching Dad. And I thought the fire was still there and the willingness to compete. And obviously the identity that comes with rugby league, the team culture, the sense of belonging, all that type of thing, it was obviously, those are the things you're going to have to put on the rack when you retire, and I don't think I was ready to do that yet. So this allows me to really concentrate on what I need to do, and knowing that it's going to be my last year, really enjoy it.
Can you tell us a little anecdote from the grand final? Because there was rumours you were signing for the Blackhawks, and they were a bit worried they'd gone a bit early on the retirement at the NRL grand final.
Yeah, so it actually happened the year before after West Tigers. So I said, that's it, retired. We didn't do too well at West Tigers, and sometimes you got to, look in the mirror and go, okay. But late in the year, I think it was just the week of grand final of 2022, Toddy Payton gives me a call and says, do you want to do one more year? I was like, I'll have to talk to the family, but I've got to take this opportunity. So that happened, and I knew it was going to be my last year, retired. And then did the whole grand final, walk around the field, all that sort of thing on stage. And then, I actually had to get told, they said, you're not going to play first grade again, because we're not doing the retirement. I go, no. I couldn't play first grade even if I tried. Someone gave me a jersey. So they were happy about that, but also happy for me to play Queensland Cup. So, we've got a sufficient amount of talent to replace any first grade team anyway for lack of front rowers.
There you have it, exclusive. He's definitely not going back to the NRL.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of retirement, Khalifa Faifai-Law, he had a very brief 1 year retirement. He said he came back because he wanted to play one more season with yourself. So I guess we've got you to thank for bringing him back. Is the feeling mutual? He's a bit of a pest.
Oh, yeah. Mate, I love him. That's why I love him. No, he's done it all. Khalifa played Queensland Cup to A grade here at Brothers, and then picked it up again and said, Jimmy's playing again, I might give it another crack. And I thought, Khalifa, to his own credit, he come in, he was the fittest in the team, he got trainer of the week a couple of times. So it's really good to see that he took this with two hands. He must have knew it within himself, okay, this is going to be the last one as well. So it's really good to see him, and he's straight in the walk-on squad. I know there's tough competition here, but even after round one, he's, showed why he's supposed to be there.
Yeah, he's in the gym pumping the iron, which actually never happened when he was here previously.
No extras, no.
Well done, Khalifa. He's also killing it across the road there at Ryan's school. Teachers love him, the students love him. Speaking of schools, mate, you've been doing some school work with the Manly Blackhawks Resilience Program.
Yeah, mate, it's something I love, and studying youth work and well-being, I didn't realise how much I actually get out of it. You sort of get to know the kids, ask them what resilience is and well-being and how they are connected. They've got no idea. Yes, sixes. Now we're at week 8. They can tell you everything about resilience, the emotions they go through, and how to use resilience to limit the time that they are in that emotional state, and to have things help them to bounce back so they are level-headed to make the right decisions. So it's very interesting, and something I'm sort of learning as well. The more I'm vulnerable with them and tell them things about my life and family and things like that, the more they get a sense of vulnerability and a bit of, this bloke's being genuine. Okay, I can let the guard down a bit and sort of open up. So, understanding these kids know that and they open up, and by the end of it, we're joking around, we're laughing, we're having fun. Actually, just this morning, we finished at St. Bennett's and mentioned this is our second to last visit. They were pretty upset, which is, you don't want to see them upset, but it's kind of nice to go, making a bit of an impact. But like I mentioned, it's something that I'm pretty passionate about. It really fuels my passion and something I'm really getting into.
Well, it's nice to hear the kids are appreciating it as well. Speaking of resilience, a victory over the Jets on the weekend, a narrow victory. Given the, let's say, farcical circumstances, one of the more bizarre opening round games, he's rolled onto the field in the Jets away jerseys. Can you just sort of lead us up to the point, how did this actually happen?
Yeah, it was a bit of a debacle. First of all, we've got out on a bit of a later flight. We fly when we travel on game day. First of all, our flight's a bit delayed, so it's a bit worrying. We're going to have to really get things right to make this game, make kick-off. And I'm not too sure the logistics of the airline, but I'm guessing the weight of all our gear, and we travelled with the Cowboys, all their gear, they must have thought, we're going to have to put on a different flight. So they put on a later flight, 7 p.m. We kick off at 5 p.m. So we land in Brisbane. We're standing there for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And Adrian Thompson's pacing up and down on the phone. He's going, what's going on? So he gets off the phone and goes, right, our gear's coming on a later flight. We're going to go to the hotel, going to rest, and we'll play tomorrow morning, meaning Sunday morning. Get to the hotel, have a feed. Hap walks back in after being on the phone, go, actually, get back on the bus. We're heading to switch to play right now. Put the food back in, because you try not to eat too much before a game, right? And we get there. Sure enough, the Jets away kit is there. And Campo, sure enough, mentioned, we've got every reason not to win. We've had everything go against us. We can chuck up any excuse we want, but let's not use that. Let's come out and let's play the best we can and what we've been preparing for all pre-season. And sure enough, there were some outstanding performances. Gemet Shibasaki, Mackenzie Baker at the back there, Jalen Feeney, unreal. It's always good to get the 2 points and knowing there's always room for improvement. Yeah,
you sort of did get close, but you sort of were in control for most of the match. I know the tackle count and the missed tackle count was really impressive for you guys.
It was something that we spoke about all pre-season. It's Campo mentioned it from day one. He said, we want to focus on the littlest basic things. We want to win those little battles because they add up, to be something big. You mentioned the tackle efficiency, and it's something we've been really working on to combine together. Everyone in attack brings their own unique ability, whether you're quick, you're fast, you're powerful, but in defence, you want to working as a team. Everyone, we're a team first mentality. So, I think boys were just pretty excited to get that first win. Yeah.
Obviously, a little bit of disappointing news coming out of it. Jaden Hodges, think it's confirmed broken arm. Jolie Baldwin looks like he's going to replace him. Now, Jolie was one of our under-21s heroes, premiership heroes last year, and actually was pretty close to getting in that round one team. Little nippy fella around the ruck. What are your thoughts?
Mate, he's tough as nails. I don't think he missed a session or pre-season. He's fit. He'll do anything for the team. He'll put his body on the line. So you're right. I think at some point in pre-season there was discussion where, Jolie may be in the round one team. Unfortunately, it has to come to injury for him to be there. But I'm more than confident he's going to be there to do a job.
I'm going to wish Hodjo speedy recovery, mate, too.
Absolutely.
Hopefully smoother travels to the Gold Coast to take on Burleigh on Saturday. The Bears, mate, they lost first up at home to the Devils, so I'm guessing you're expecting them to sort of come out hard and try and hit back.
Yeah, that doesn't help us at all. Being that they're home, coming off a loss, kind of always plays into their hands. It makes our job a lot harder, but they've got a very big pack, got some big outside backs that our middle's going to have to contain. Again, it's just up to us, and it's only early in the year, but up to us to lay the game plan, and hopefully everyone sticks to what we need to do in our KPIs. But again, it's going to be a hard one.
Now, for those in the squad that won't travel, they'll play local league trials again, as they did last weekend. Jack Petit was very powerful in the pack for Centrals, who played in Palm Island. Jesse Yallop and Tyrese Woods in the back line. They sparked the back line there for the Tigers as well. And Jimmy, we had a few guys playing in other games as well. In Burdekin, there was a man that impressed.
Yeah. Oh, mate, we're all hearing good things about big Christian Gale there playing for Burdekin. He impressed so much in the pre-season, and I know he's not far off for making his debut. Also, Curtis Dempsey and Joshy Williams. You know, Curtis especially, I think he's not far off, especially now, unfortunately, with Hodjo. But, you know, he fills those gaps. He can play hooker, he can play lock. I think he played a bit of lock over the weekend.
From the coach, Andy Walters of South, he said it's the fittest he's ever looked in pre-season. So well done, Curtis. Well done to our SNC staff for getting him in that condition. As you mentioned, he was probably in that conversation for replacing Hodjo. Lachlan Lurch probably might have been as well, had he not hurt his shoulder playing for Brothers against Cairns Brothers. But that injury isn't as bad as it first feared, so that's pretty good news. Lennox also didn't make it through the affair unscathed. He busted his nose, which, let's be honest, nobody's really that upset. He's a very, very good-looking guy, Lennox. So that's probably even the playing field a little bit.
Yeah, it helps, especially blokes like myself with a mug like mine. But no, mate, Lennox, I think he scored a try and set a couple up in a short time on the field. Yeah, Lachlan Lurch, mate, pre-season he was a front runner. I thought, you know, you just had to put him on the field. He was kind of Mr. Fix-It there for Campo. He just played a bit of everywhere, and it's a bit unfortunate. Hopefully he's all right, but I know, again, at some stage we're going to need him through the year.
Yeah, and also Sean Burke, really strong performance in the back row. Feedback from Mick Parker-Walsh, the Brothers coach, and Trey Valentine solid up front. They're not just playing well, but they've got that right attitude as well.
Absolutely. It's always tough, you know, and myself experience it in other players. You can see it. Some players, what I've seen in the past, have been defeated, and they show their true characteristics when they're not in that starting side, and they might just walk around and kick stones. But not this group here. I think Campo's done well with that. He's made the group understand the core values and what we need from them for them to be at their best. So, mate, props to these guys who've gone back, played their best, and put their hand up for selection for week in, week out.
Well, that's us for the show. Big thanks to Jimmy for coming on. Good luck for the weekend. Good luck to all our juniors who are playing here at home. The action at Jack Mansky Oval kicks off at 1:40 p.m. with our under-17 boys first up, followed by our 19 girls at 3 p.m, and then the Mal Meninga Cup clash at 4:20. Remember, guys, you can stay up to date with all your latest Manly Blackhawks news and information by jumping on our website and our social media pages. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.